Tempest Storm was the ultimate burlesque bombshell. She had fiery red hair, gowns, curves, jewelry, the spotlight. She was known as the queen of night ballerinas, otherwise known as I just don't want to get flagged. Tempest was one of the most famous burlesque performers in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. She performed up until she was 82 years old. But of course, behind all of that glitter, her personal life gets a little bit sad. Tempest was born Annie Banks on February 29th, 1928 in Eastman, Georgia. She was a leap year baby, and she was a Pisces. Sadly, when Tempest was a little girl, she was essayed by her stepfather, and she wanted to get away from the house. So when she was 14 years old, she got married. That marriage was annulled after one day. When she was 15, she got married again. That marriage lasted 6 months. She set her sights on Hollywood, and when she was 17 years old, she was working as a cocktail waitress in LA when a customer told her, "You should start dancing." Initially, she started off as a chorus girl and she was making some good money. Not long after, she realized if she got a promotion by shedding her layers, she could make more money. $60 a week, which in today's money is just under $1,100. Tempest quickly rose to the top of burlesque. She sold out shows everywhere. She went on tour. She performed on screen with Betty Page. She had a fling with Elvis Presley, who she said climbed over a fence to get to her room and he ripped his pants. She also said she had an affair with JFK while he was senator, and she told him, "You're going to be president one day," to which he replied, "I hope so." She married a man named John Becker. He was husband number 3. He bought her a burlesque theater. That marriage didn't last, but then she eventually met Herb Jeffries. He was a singer and an actor who starred in many westerns that were aimed towards Black audiences. Herb was a light-skinned Black man, and when they got married, this caused a scandal. According to her documentary, which I watched, which also made me very, very sad, this interracial marriage in the 1960s ruined her career. Isn't it wild that times were so different 60 years ago, but then again, they're still the same? Anyway, together they had a daughter named Patricia. This was her longest marriage, lasting almost 10 years, but the spotlight called to her like a moth to a flame. Tempest said she was the main breadwinner, and initially she would take her daughter with her on tour. She said it was really, really cute. But then she realized for her, this was not it. So she left her daughter when she was 10 years old. And according to this documentary, she never went back until her daughter essentially just grew up. Towards the end of her life, Tempest and her daughter were estranged. And in this documentary, you can hear a conversation her daughter is having with her mother saying, "Listen, I can't let you back into my life." Tempest said the only place she felt comfortable was when she was on stage because she felt like she could control it. Because when she was younger, she was abused. Tempest performed until she was 82 years old, and the only reason she stopped was because she fell and broke her hip during her last performance. She lived a very long life, passing away in Las Vegas at the age of 93 in 2021. Tempest Storm had a lifetime of money, glamour, and applause, but at the end, was it all worth it?